It's me again, Lady Sarcy, and welcome back to my channel. Walang personalan, boring lang. Big shout out to my 1,258 subscribers. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much guys for your support and for always watching my videos. In return, all I can promise is to continue to give you quality and informative videos so I won't be wasting your time. Again, maraming salamat po from the bottom of my heart. Okay, today's video is all about the real reasons why you are not getting your US tourist visa. Why do you think? I am not going to sugarcoat anything, so watch and learn. Reasons why you are not getting approved in US tourist visa application is, first, masyado kang honest. Guys, alam ko palagi nating naririnig na honesty is the best policy. Pero sa totoo lang, I don't think that's applicable to visa application. Alam niyo kung bakit? Kasi kahit may mag-sponsor sa trip mo, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin yun. At kahit na may girlfriend o boyfriend ka na pupuntahan sa Amerika, hindi mo rin pwedeng sabihin yun. Kasi hindi ka rin nila i-approve. But I'm not saying that you're going to lie. What I am saying is, stop giving unnecessary information. Guys, I remember during my visa interview, naririnig ko sa ibang mga visa applicants kasi isang room lang naman kayo. Pero may mga windows lang bawat consular officer like window 24, 25, 26. So maririnig mo talaga kung ano yung tinatanong sa mga visa applicants. So one of the questions being asked was, do you have relatives in the US? May sumagot ng ganito. No, sir, I don't have relatives in the US, but I am going to visit my boyfriend there. Guys, you can't imagine how many times I damage my eyeballs. Bakit mo sasabihin ang boyfriend? He is not considered as relative. Hoy, wag kang assuming. Hindi pa kayo kasal, okay? Another one, who will finance your trip in the US? Ang sagot, my brother. Bakit ka magtutour kung wala kang pera? Guys, the only acceptable reason why you are going to the United States is to be a tourist. That's it. Mamamasyal ka lang doon to experience American dream for a short period of time. Whatever reason behind your trip, you should keep it to yourself. Yung iba sasabihin nila, because my sister gave birth and I will help her with her newborn baby. Guys, that's considered working. Americans couldn't understand the labor of love that we Filipinos love to do. So stop being too honest. Hala guys, nagalit na ako. Okay, another one. Hindi ka confident. Okay, this is it. I know mostly of us hindi masyadong confident, especially mag-English, di ba? I receive a lot of messages na sinasabi, Ma'am, natatakot ako kasi hindi ako magaling mag-English. Guys, wala tayong magagawa. Your interview is most likely be conducted in English language, especially that America is English-speaking country. And especially that the consular officers are mostly foreigners. Sila pa bang mag-a-adjust? Oh, wag magalit, sabi ko real talk. To build up your self-confidence, you can practice the possible questions and answers ahead of time. I-assign mo kunwari ang kapatid mo or ang nanay mo na maging consular officer for a day na magtatanong sa iyo ng mga questions. I-review mo ang iyong DS-160 at pag-aralan ang mga nilagay mo dyan para kahit balik-baliktarin ka ni consul, alam mo ang sagot. Kasi praktisado ka, di ba? Mag-isip bago sumagot. So I have a client, guys. So nire-review ko siya sa mga possible question and answers. So sabi ko, where in the United States are you going? Sabi niya, Ma'am, I'm going to... Kasi sabi ko, mag-isip. Hoy, wag naman ganyan, oy. Parang hindi ka naman sure niyan kung saan ka pupunta. Hay nako. Mag-isip in a sense na be careful of what's coming out from your mouth as it is critical to your interview success. You could pause and think before answering but be fast about it as well. Kasi the interviewer does not have all the time and must be able to form his decisions about you within the first few minutes. Maintain a positive attitude and do not be rude or create a scene even if you are denied a visa because you can always reapply naman. Pero syempre, mas okay pa rin kung sa first apply pa lang approve na, di ba? Okay, next. Masyado kang obvious. Guys, the consular officers already know na gusto ng mga Filipino na pumunta sa bansa nila. Obvious ba? Sa dami ng mga pumipila sa labas ng US Embassy everyday, my advice to you, huwag magpakita ng excitement. In Tagalog, huwag masyadong atat. Kasi the more na gustong-gusto mo at masense yan ng consular officer, nako, i-deny ka niyan. Kaya yung iba sinasabi nila, naging honest naman ako. Pinaghandaan ko naman, I did my best, pero deny pa rin. Well, masyado ka kasing obvious. Yung pag tinanong ka, why are you going to the United States? Sir, it's been my childhood dream. I've been preparing this for a long period of time. At hindi mo na napansin, sinarado na ni consular officer ang window niya. And you'll be like, Sir, where are you? Guys, I remember nung nag-apply ako, there was this male tourist visa applicant. O, ito na naman, sasabihin nyo na naman, ba't ang dami mong napapansin, Lady Sarcy? Hayaan nyo na, shinare ko na nga sa inyo. So, yung reason niya is to attend his parents' golden anniversary. Sabi ng consul, why are you going to the United States? Sabi niya, listen very carefully ha. Sir, my siblings are planning to organize my parents' golden anniversary. Actually, I'm quite hesitant because I am very busy here with my family business, but they want us to be complete for that once-in-a-lifetime occasion. Alam niyo, sabi ni consular officer, okay, congratulations! Expect your visa within 2 to 3 weeks. May saltik din tong mga visa officers. Yung ayaw pumunta, bibigyan. Yung gustong-gustong pumunta, ayaw bigyan. Bottom line, wag masyadong obvious. Lalo na pala dun sa mga na-deny na before, wag apply agad. Magpalipas muna kayo ng sama ng loob sa ibang bansa, then come back stronger. Next, wala kang babalikan sa Pilipinas. Ouch! Bakit naman wala kang babalikan sa Pilipinas? Kidding aside, as a visa applicant, you must be able to prove that you will be willing to return to your home country after your short visit to the United States. Things that connect you to your homeland like bahay at lupa, regular job, asawa at mga anak, negosyo. Ito ha, real talk. Yung iba, ang lalakas ng loob mag-apply ng US visa. Walang trabaho, single, walang property, walang history of previous travel abroad. Ano ka, sindikato? Member ng Kidnap for Ransom Gang? Tapos, in denial pa yan. Bakit ako na-deny? Kunwari, hindi niya alam. Paano mo mapapatunayan kay consul na babalik ka pa? As a tourist applicant, you must have a convincing evidence that you are not planning to become an intending immigrant. Peace lang. Hoy, huwag kayong magalit ha, kasi ang main goal natin dito is to get you a US visa, remember? Next, hindi consistent. The first step in the B1, B2 travel visa process is completing the online non-immigrant visa application, yung tinatawag nilang DS-160. Alam ko yung mga nakaprocess na ng US tourist visa is familiar na with the DS-160. Now, let me inform you na it is important to answer each question truthfully and accurately to avoid denial based on incomplete information or misrepresentation. If you do not know what to answer or you are not sure of what to answer, then don't answer it yet. Yung iba sa DS-160 pa lang, masyado nang excited. How long are you going to stay in the United States? Sagot agad, 6 months. Tapos, pagkapanood ng mga US visa guide videos, naku, dapat pala 2 to 3 weeks lang. So, nung nag-interview na, binago na ang sagot. Sa DS-160, nilagay 6 months. Pero sa interview, 3 weeks. Inconsistency. Another example, what is the purpose of your trip in the United States? Sa DS-160, visiting a boyfriend. Sa interview, tourism. Patay tayo dyan. Guys, failure to provide clear and data-matched response can lead to visa denial. It can raise suspicion of your travel intention. Dapat kung ano nilagay nyo sa DS-160, ganun din ang sagot nyo sa interview. In case 6 months nga nilagay mo, panindigan mo na at pag-aralan mo na lang kung paano mo sasagutin yan during the interview. That's why I always suggest na bago kayo mag-fill out sa DS-160 nyo, manood-nood muna kayo ng mga videos tulad ng mga videos ko. At syempre, huwag nyo rin kalimutang mag-subscribe, okay? Isa pa guys, yung mga tinatawag na innocent mistakes or honest mistakes, nako, i-double check nyo yung mga DS-160 nyo. Unintentional mistakes could be typo errors, an incorrect postal code or address, or wrong dates, odd figures. For example, sa salary declaration, yung actual salary is 25,000 per month. Pero yung nilagay mo sa DS-160 is 250,000. So be careful. Next, hindi pinaghandaan ang interview. In general, visa interviews are required to visa applicants between 14 to 79 years old, meaning applicants 13 years old and below and 80 years old and above are exempted. Guys, applying for a tourist visa is like applying for a dream job. Pinaghandaan rin yan. Ano ang susuotin mong damit, kulay ng buhok na bagay sa'yo, or haircut sa mga lalaki. Kasi nga, kailangan sa looks mo pa lang, makonvince mo na si consular officer na can afford tong taong to na pumunta sa Amerika. Kung medyo kulot ang buhok mo, like me, i-plancha. Hindi pwedeng ganito na lang, or kung ano na lang ang nandyan. Bago mo isubmit ang DS-160 mo, di ba ikaw naman ang pumipili ng schedule of interview? Make sure you have enough time, especially sa pag-gather ng mga important documents. Huwag makampante na, wala na mahahanapin ng mga documents. Alam mo, yung iba pupunta sa embassy, kahit na folder, walang dala. Approaching ka pa lang sa windows ng consular officer, sigurado denied na. Ito kukwento ko sa inyo. Pero iinom muna ako ng tubig kasi guys, nauuhaw na ako. If you need visa assistance, SNW Travel Consultancy Services is now ready to help you. I personally give free assessment with your case, like if you have plenty of red flags or if your application have higher chance of approval. We will assist you from your DS-160 application all the way to your visa interview. SNW Travel Consultancy specializes in simplifying visa processing and organizing unique travel tours in a very affordable price. For more information regarding our consultancy services, don't hesitate to comment down below, or you can contact me in my Facebook page, Lady Sarcy Sarcy, or my TikTok account at Lady Sarcy. Or you can send direct message to contact number shown in your screen. I'm back! So, during my interview, the consular officer who interviewed me, very beautiful middle-aged woman, asked for my birth certificate. She said, "Is your father American? Can I see your birth certificate?" Obviously, my family name doesn't sound Filipino, and I don't look full-blooded Filipino as well. Kaya niya siguro tinignan ang birth certificate ko. Now, here's the problem. In my birth certificate, there's a date and place of my parents' marriage, kahit na hindi naman sila kasal. So the lady consul said, "So your parents are married here in the Philippines?" Which I answered truthfully naman. I said, "No, ma'am, my parents aren't married." Medyo na-shock siya. Sabi niya, "Oh, so why there's a place and date of marriage here?" I respond politely. Sabi ko, "I don't know, ma'am. Obviously, that's a document that I have no knowledge about," which is true naman. Malay ko ba dyan? Kapanganganak ko pa lang naman. Wait, kapanganganak? Parang ako ang nanganak. Wait, kapanganak. Basta, I was just born. Kaya dapat nag-English na lang ako no? Anyway, sabi ko, "I don't know, ma'am. Obviously, that's a document that I have no knowledge about." Then she said, "Oh, okay. But did you check the local registry if there's a copy of your parents' marriage certificate?" I said, "Yes, ma'am, I did. And even though I didn't, my parents told me that they never get married." Then she said, "So your parents aren't married?" Sabi ko naman, "Yes, ma'am, that's correct." So imagine guys, kung hindi ako naging prepared at hindi ako nagdala ng birth certificate, paano na lang? By the way, sa mga nagtanong pala sa akin before kung mahinanap sa akin na documents, sorry, now ko lang naalala, hinanapan pala ako ng birth certificate. So guys, keep in mind that the main purpose of the interview is to determine whether you meet the visa requirements or not. Kadalasan, kahit na-meet mo pa, pero because hindi ka prepared, wala, nadi-deny pa rin. So never ever take your visa interview for granted. Give the consular officer an impression na seryoso ka sa ginagawa mong pag-a-apply kasi nag-effort ka talaga. Sa mga nagtataka, bakit hindi ako masyadong magaling magtagalog? Kasi guys, taga Negros Occidental ako guys. Mga Ilonggo kami. Naalala ko, tinanong ako ng ex ko dati kung ano daw ba Tagalog ng welcome. Sabi ko, mabuhay. Kaya nagtataka ako na every time may nagsasabi sa kanya ng salamat, ang sagot niya, mabuhay. Akala ko guys, welcome to the Philippines. So ngayon, alam niyo na bakit ako nag-i-English ang mga vlogs ko. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Keep safe everyone. I love you.
And I'm bad like the Barbie. I'm a doll, but I still wanna party. Pink felt like I'm ready to bend. I'm a 10, so I pull in a can. Like Jazzy, Stacy,